Hello YouTube world, welcome to my channel, welcome to Rain Studio, and I'm so happy that I'm back because the charger of my battery of my camera was lost, and now I have recovered it, and now I'm able to make a video once again. So for that I just want to apologize because I wasn't able to upload videos, especially on the series of Avengers Infinity War. But I have a gift for you this time. In this video we will be able to review the Drax action figure from Avengers Infinity War, as I promised to you in my previous video. And so yeah, here is Drax action figure, and I tried to search this action figure in YouTube, and I wasn't able to see just one video of this figure from of course Shartimus Prime doesn't review this kind of action figure. I think Marker, I don't know, I forgot, but something like that, his channel. But today we're going to review this Drax action figure, and I'm so happy that I have this because I was hunting this action figure in some malls, and I went to toy store from place to place, and I'm happy that I have this, and I found this action figure together with this Gamora action figure that we will be reviewing on the next video. But yeah, I know that some of the YouTubers has already reviewed this action figure, so probably the next video about Gamora will not be that long. But today we're going to review this Drax action figure. And by the way, I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers of my YouTube channel, because for a new YouTuber like me, it's really a great joy to have subscribers, almost 100, right? So let me say thank you to all of you, and thank you to all the viewers. I wasn't able to I didn't expect that my video on Scarlet Witch and War Machine will get thousands of viewers, and so for that I just want to thank you. I am grateful to all of you. And so without further ado, this is the back of the packaging of this action figure, and we can see here the Drax action figure holding this big gun, and with that reality stone on the top of it. We have here Star-Lord with a reality stone too, and Gamora with what is that? Yeah, Gamora has Soul Stone, right? Yeah, Gamora has Soul Stone, and War Machine has Space Stone, like with my previous video. So I'm so glad that I also found that War Machine action figure. So let's take a look about this action figure, and let's see how good it is. And we have now the Drax action figure out of the packaging, and I think this action figure is not that great like the previous action figures, but somehow, yeah, I think it still looks good. And when it comes to the tattoo of this Drax action figure, I am not familiar with the tattoo of Drax, so it's really hard to critique the tattoo in the details of the tattoo on the body of this Drax action figure, but somehow it looked good. And so let's try to look at this action figure closely when it comes to sculpt and to other details of this action figure. Let's see if there's something that we can appreciate about this action figure. Now when it comes to the sculpt of this Drax action figure, the head sculpt is, I think, looks good, but something that I have noticed that there's an imperfection on the eyes of this action figure. right? Because both eyes are not parallel, but if they did it perfectly, both eyes, this is really a great face of Drax action figure, right? I like the sculpt of the nose of this Drax action figure, and even the sculpt of the lips and the chin. It's really great, right? Um, I don't know if I don't know if there's a resemblance of Batista on this Drax action figure, but I can see the face of Kratos. I can see the face of Kratos in this action figure, not Batista. But somehow, this action figure is really good in itself, and I still like it. I like it, and I like the color of this Drax action figure. But uh, the way they paint the tattoo, I think, yeah, there's something that I don't like, but somehow I'm not familiar with the details of the tattoo of Drax in the movie, so it's really hard to critique when it comes to the details of the tattoo of this Drax action figure. But yeah, if you look at it, yeah, there's so many details, right? The only thing that we don't know if the tattoo is accurate, but somehow for a basic action figure, this kind of details is really amazing, and it's really great to see, right? And I like the sculpt on the belly of this Drax action figure. He has abs here and big chest, masculine body. I like it, with great bicep. I like that, right? Yeah. And on the lower part, he has the wrinkles here on his punch, uh, and this is the details on his shoes. And he has supposed to have the two, call that two knives that he used to uh, use when it comes to battle. But the only thing about this series that I really don't like is that Hasbro is replacing the real weapons of the character and replace it of a big weapon in order for one of the Infinity Stones to be put up, right? I don't really like that idea. And you remember Star Lord? They have taken out. They have took the two blasters of Star Lord, and they gave him one of a big weapon that we haven't seen in the movie. And they did that to this Drax action figure. Again, the two knives of the Drax action figure are lost, and yeah, they gave the Drax action figure another big weapon that we haven't seen in the movie, and we'll review it later on. But here is the details at the back. At the back of Drax action figure, there's so many details, even on the back of his head, the tattoo, and yeah, the tattoo at his back, and wrinkles here at the back of his knee. And at the bottom of this action figure, there is a what is this, 2018, yeah, 2018 Marvel and code number. And on the other feet there is also China. Yeah, it is made in China. So yeah, so I think this Drax action figure is still good, and I'm happy that I have it. And like what I said lately, this Drax action figure has this weapon, right? So this is disappointing for me because I really want the two knives of Drax to be put on the two side of his feet, but they, yeah, they took it off and replaced it of another weapon that we haven't seen in the movie. So yeah, I'm not really interested about this weapon, but somehow the details are good, right? And these are the details. And on the other side, below, up, So yeah, and this Drax action figure has also one of the Infinity Stones and the red stone, which is known as the Reality Stone, right? um, Drax is having the Reality Stone, and it should be put on the top of the weapon of Drax. So we see that there is a peg here at the top of the weapon. So we're going to put it on like this. Okay, so we have here now the Reality Stone on the top of the weapon, and let's put it on the hand of Drax. Okay, so this is how we are to put this weapon on the hand of Drax. Then bend his hand, then move it outward. Okay, yeah, that's it. And reach out for the other hand of Drax to hold the bottom of the weapon or something. I'm not sure how he should hold his weapon, but perhaps like this. Yeah, that's the problem, because this is not his real weapon. It should be both knives. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the weapon of Drax, which the Hasbro has given to this Drax action figure. It falls apart. So yeah, I want to see the. So yeah, this is how you should hold the weapon. Okay, so let's follow that. Okay, so yeah. Now, by way of articulation, this Drax action figure, it can rotate his head 360. It can, I don't consider it as look up, and yeah, I think it just can bang his head, but you can just move his head that a bit, and it has also a head pivot, and you can rotate both hands 360. It can open his both hands sideward that far, and I like that. And you can bend the elbow, not double jointed elbow, the same with the Infinity War action figures, and so they can only bend their elbow just that far. Okay, so there's no articulation in the vest, no articulation on the chest, no articulation on the torso, on the waist, and it can only can kick that far. Can also kick this far, and yeah, it can split that far. And there's no articulation on the knee, no articulation on the foot. So this is the Drax action figure, and this is the Star-Lord action figure from Infinity War. And what is disappointing is that I think, as far as I know, Drax is the tallest Avengers of all, right? Of course, the tallest Avenger is Hulk, but in human size, human height, Drax is the most tallest Avenger of all. So Star-Lord is a bit taller than him, right? So I think Drax must be a little bit taller than Star-Lord, something like this. And the second tallest Avengers is Thor, and the third is Captain America. So when it comes to the height of this Drax action figure, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, because I want it to be more taller than Star-Lord. And anyway, the next video will be Gamora, and I'm not going to buy the Hulk action figure because it looks ridiculous to me in the series of Infinity War. Hulk is too small, and I want a Hulk which is proportioned to this basic action figure. So I'm not going to buy the Hulk, and I'm not also going to buy the Hulk Buster. Face marker has already that. So yeah, you can watch this video, but in this channel you will not be able to see the Hulkbuster. And what I'm going to buy next is the set of Raccoon and Rocket Raccoon and Drax. So what can you say about this action figure of Drax from Infinity War? And if you like this video, just hit like and share it to those people who want to see the video of this Drax action figure. And don't forget to subscribe. So thank you for watching my video.